Rob, eat those ribs closer to the microphone. We need a solid, rib Rob sound.
Rib Rob.
Rib Rob. Come on, get that rib Rob.
All right, you got ready? Ready? We're recording? Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Uncle Cody, and next to me is Rob Yuri, eating ribs.
Eating ribs. Ribs with Rob.
Yeah.
He literally just said to me, hey, how long do we have? And I said, well, we're recording a podcast. We're not live, so it could take as long as you need. He's like, oh, okay. He walks out, comes back in with a rack of ribs. A half rack of ribs.
Half rack of ribs.
I got another one in the microwave.
Those bones are clean, too.
And he is sucking the marrow off of those things.
Wow, those look pretty fatty, Rib. How are they?
Fatty.
You just called him rib. You got ribs on the brain.
Because I was looking at those ribs. I don't want any.
They look good. Where'd you get? Did you get those from someplace?
Can I put your plate down?
I got them from my mom's.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can put it down.
Rib Rob. So
Mom's.
for the duration of this podcast, you'll be referred to as Rib Rob Job.
Don't forget the mom part. Mom's ribs from Rob's job. Rob's mom rib job. Rob's mom's rib job.
Well, you guys are really giving me a ribbon.
As you can probably tell, we have somebody doodling as we're talking. That would be Thomas Andrew Lossing doodling over on the Cintiq there. Say hello, Tall.
Hello.
And next to you is the writer Ghost with a tiny, tiny computer.
You just love my little tiny computer, don't you?
Yeah.
You want to collect it.
Michael Griffin. What's going on?
Aloha.
I'm actually sorry that you have to sit right next to these ribs being devoured.
I am covered in barbecue sauce right now.
You actually took a photo of it that maybe you can pass along to Drew to add as a little extra
we'll put a
bit
little link from the Instagram there.
None of you are making out of here alive.
Let's eat it.
Once
Just
he
put it in
finishes
your mouth.
chewing on that, he just has to keep on chewing.
Yeah, and he literally walked outside for a half a second, walked back in with those ribs. I don't know where he got them from.
Episode 2.
You don't hear Chili barking anymore, do you?
Don't get them angry. They'll eat you.
Is that Angry Rob? And don't forget, he has ribs sticking out of his mouth like tusks.
Thanks for joining us. We obviously have a lot to talk about. More than just our immediate surroundings. We're back because we want to talk about a couple things. We want to talk about projects we have going on. As always, Valbrook, featuring on the 0 Point channel. Insert name here, 85 on YouTube. We also have other things going, such as, I don't know, I guess this podcast. But also, I personally have some things that I'd like to talk about. I have my own group on the side called Chamber 525. You can check us out at chamber525.com. YouTube.com/chamber525. We make funny videos. And not to mix it up with the 0 Point stuff, ours is live action. So you don't have to worry about us stepping on your toes when it comes to the funny, okay?
I thought we were going to have to edit this part out.
So
thank goodness for that.
they're not going to be funny?
Oh, no, well,
No,
that's a matter of opinion, actually. But
Rob lifted his mouth from his ribs for one moment to bust your chops.
okay, so
As he's busting these other chops.
he's on his last rib, and he's sucking everything off of it right now.
Don't worry, he's got more in the microwave, right, Rob? I always wondered, where does the name Chamber 525 come from?
So the story with Chamber 525 is that back in college we started this group.
Boring!
Oh, God damn it! I just walked right into that.
No. Seriously, though.
Was that Rob eating a rib, or was that me blowing myself with the story?
That was Rob sticking a rib into your mouth.
I think that was Drew committing animated suicide.
Is that a rib or a rainbow? Oh man, you can't tell the difference if they're in black and white.
At this point, everything's ribs.
There's a pot of gold at the end of that rib.
Are those tits or are those ribs?
It's a rib.
Oh shit. Can't tell.
Yeah, it's black
You
and
don't know
white.
what it is.
Oh, I gotta get it.
Is this rays of sunshine? Or is that stink lines?
You know what? I'm not going to lie. You know what that reminds me of? Is I actually have a corned beef in the pot roast. Not pot roast, in the No, not hash. I didn't add potatoes. Jesus Christ, who's telling this story, me or you? I have a corned beef in the crock pot back home that I'm cooking while I'm here. So I could be eating.
So that's why you're
Rob.
here, right? Because you had to kill some time.
Yeah, I had to kill some time, so I decided to come do a podcast.
You want some ribs?
No, I'm good, thank you. I don't know if you just heard, but I have a corned beef waiting for me back home. Jesus Christ, he doesn't listen, does he?
Offering some?
Yeah, actually, if you go blow yourself.
Just to give you a picture at home, guys, Rob is rubbing all of the barbecue sauce all over his pants because he forgot to bring something.
Well, I have to wash these anyway, so.
And Rob's
True
been
that.
drinking as well.
He rubs them on his butt, so it looks like they're stained.
But we're here to talk about different projects that we all have going on because, like I said, I have my own separate thing. I'm just friends with these guys here at 0 Point. I like to help them out. I like to do things here or there. If you want to, check out some of the interviews I shot and edited on insert name here 85, the 0 Point YouTube channel. We've got some interviews with Michael here.
Whoop, whoop.
He admits his love for Drew.
Not for Drew.
For
For
Andy.
Drew's cosplay.
Yeah, that's right. We've got interviews with Drew himself, with Lacey Patton, the voice of Samantha. We've got one with Rob coming up. We've got a whole lot of stuff going on. And I'm glad to be working with you guys. I just want to say thank you for letting me help you out. And I'm glad we could cooperate and cohabitate.
Thank you
Yes.
for, making us look better than we actually, or dumber actually is what I meant to say, than we actually are.
It's okay. It's not a problem. It wasn't
I know,
very
it's
hard.
the easiest.
It wasn't very difficult. I mean, all I said was, hey, Michael, who would you sleep with? And he's like, Andy. I was like, all right.
I didn't just say Andy.
Spoilers.
By the way, you should
Jesus
add
Christ.
you should add a video link in at this point with a moving video, and
Is
it's like,
Is that a
click
pancake?
here.
It's a
and-
pickle.
It's a turd.
Stinky pickle.
Why are
Yes.
you animating what this is? This entire podcast and
Is that Lando Calrissian's hair?
Actually, it's just the mustache, guys.
Is that Garfield again? I don't know. It actually looks like a frog eating a turd now.
I don't know. I like that mustache. That's a pretty good mustache.
It's like bringing it home to you, faithful companion.
Wow.
Oh, I see.
You
There
gotta
you go.
you gotta
Looks
think
like
for
Rob
Mario
with
like
a turd
characters.
for a mustache.
Now it looks like Rob.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were putting slants
Where's
in
the
his
ribs?
eyes. Like, do you think he's Asian or
Oh,
something? What do you know?
No. He's mad now. Get away from my ribs!
He's kind of mad, kind of confused.
His cheeks are just full of ribs.
It's just swole up.
Go away from my nib.
That actually looks like a new character, Professor Pedophile.
Just drool and giblets in there.
Look at the sensitivity of that Cintiq. Those lines can go from thin to thick in no time flat.
I could,
That's what
you
she
know,
said. Wait,
Available
hold
at
on.
your local Costco.
I can make the delicate of
Probably
turds
not.
with this thing.
The most delicate of turds. the most
Turds.
sensual of turds.
Just getting us another mustache.
I
Drew makes the best shit.
do.
Now, something I know we wanted to talk about as well, because we're all pretty big nerds here. I don't know if anybody could tell that from everything we've been saying. But video games. We wanted to touch on, not Dix, Rob. We wanted to touch on the video games that we're actually playing now, or ones that we've been playing lately that have just, kind of stuck with us. And, Drew, I know you specifically have been playing, Saints Row 4 or the 4th?
Or
Yeah, 4 lately. That came out earlier this month. And what are your impressions so far with it?
that's pretty amazing.
Enough said.
That's all I gotta say.
Pretty
What's your
pretty amazing.
What's your favorite thing to do in it?
Play it. Run around.
What was that look you just gave?
It was more like this.
yeah, that's what it was.
Are you
It's like, oh, I love it.
are you Launchpad from DuckTales?
Just play it.
So play Saints Row the 4th or 4.
Yeah.
Well, I played number 3 and I loved it. I thought it was a way better version of Grand Theft Auto, and I know a lot of people, are up in arms when people say that, but I think so. I mean, because you get all the vehicles, right at the beginning. It's just everything, and it's a lot a lot funnier than Grand Theft Auto.
Well, like Grand Theft Auto it had that humorous bent to it, back in like the PS2 days. And I think that San Andreas was probably my favorite Grand Theft Auto just because it was so ridiculous with jetpacks and
Sam Jackson
and hydraulics on cars that you could add to like your station wagons and trick them out and do all sorts of crazy things. And I think Saints Row is just like the extension of that. It just keeps going in those ridiculous directions.
Well, you definitely don't have Saints Row without Grand Theft Auto. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is the one that paved the way, but I think GTA got into its own groove, and it's hard for it to deviate from that. So that's why something like Saints Row comes in, builds off of the stylings of Grand Theft Auto, but just kind of blows it out and takes it in another direction. Like number 4 it's all Matrix style. You get superpowers, you fight aliens, but it's the same characters from the other games, right? He's way deep.
Pretty much. I'm just drawing Hooker getting run over by a car. I mean, that's all I remember from Grand Theft Auto.
Well, that's really all you need to remember from Grand Theft Auto. Did you hear the budget for the new Grand Theft Auto? Like $150 million?
Yeah, it's the biggest budget for any video game ever.
And they're saying it's going to make its money back first day.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's insane. That's the budget of Avengers.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's how much Avengers cost.
The Hulk better be in that game.
Yeah, really. Actually, I think I read it was more money than Prometheus cost to make, and it was more than some other blockbuster. I can't remember. Maybe John Carter. Maybe not. I think it was like $200 million. But it's a lot. $150 million for a video game is just insane.
Well, I imagine all the licensing for the music, at the very least, would take a big chunk of that, because I know that they have a gigantic soundtrack.
Yeah. Always one of the best parts of those games.
And the voice acting and all the... And the map is just gigantic. I saw a scale version of it compared to San Andreas, and it's like 10 times as big, and San Andreas was big.
Yeah.
It was a big game.
Yeah, they're saying that it's like 10 times bigger than Manhattan actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big map. And
Pretty big.
yeah, pretty big like the Hulk's titties there.
Pretty big Hulk titties.
Ow.
I mean, he's big.
Those nipples.
Hulk twerk.
Nipple slit.
Oh, shit. Where's his ribs?
He's going.
Rob ate them.
Oh,
Hulk's here for Rob.
Now, Rob, you were talking about a game you've been playing lately. What was it? DuckTales?
I haven't been playing DuckTales.
And why the fuck did you bring it up?
Because he was playing DuckTales.
I was playing DuckTales.
Woo! Tell us about DuckTales.
It's good. You should play
I saw
it.
the intro.
It's about this guy. It's called Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck.
That's
terrible.
Yeah, what was that?
Scrooge McDuck.
Should probably
It sounds
do that
more
in the
like
shower
his,
a few times first.
Yeah, no.
His what's his nemesis?
Just stay
his
in the
name?
shower and cry.
I don't know.
There's some
Glum-
alien, isn't it?
Something
Glum-
Gladstone.
Gladstone.
I don't even remember.
But would you
Glenn
say
Gladstone.
it's a good representation of the original game?
It was the original game. It was very good. Very good. The sprite quality was really nice. The production was really good. I appreciate it.
All right.
Made by Way Forward, who make a lot of fantastic games.
What else have they made?
Well, they did the...
This thing.
They do a lot of retro style games, so they did one of the best Aliens games actually on the DS, Aliens Infestation, I think.
Like based off of the Alien movie?
Yeah, that's right. It was based off around that, but you played as a squadron of Space Marines.
You always play as the Space Marines. Yeah,
But here's the funny thing about it: each Space Marine had their own separate personality and fleshed out character. And if you died, they died permanently.
so they're gone from your team.
That was their version of having lives in the game. Was you just had a squad of Marines and you could only play as one at a time. And if
That's
they died,
kinda
then that was it.
That was on DS?
Yeah, that's right. It was a great game. It was very hard, especially when you wanted to play as the characters you liked, but you didn't want them to die. So I managed to go through the entire game and beat it as the goth chick Marine, which was fantastic.
What? Look at that xenomorph on the screen.
I thought that was Mr. Burns.
A little bit.
Wait, hold on.
It's like puking on Scrooge McDuck.
Woo!
Right back.
Let's know what the aliens look.
Have you been
Not
playing
really.
anything lately? I know Drew's been playing some stuff.
I've been playing a few things. Pikmin 3 I've been enjoying a pretty good bit for my Wii U. But mostly I've been playing this game called Mercenary Kings for it's on Steam right now and it's on early access, but it's by animated by this guy named Paul Robertson, who does fantastic pixel work, but it's essentially Contra or Metal Slug plus Monster Hunter. It's like this 2D 16-bit style game where you go through missions and collect parts and things and build guns from component pieces. Right now I have my character got the Mew orange gun, which is a cat holding a gun, so he's holding a cat holding a gun, and it's pretty badass.
Yeah, I know that combines a couple things you like. You like Monster Hunter, I know.
I love Monster Hunter.
And you love cats.
I love cats.
So that's kind of a no-brainer for you, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I try to play other stuff, but I just keep playing that game.
I'm actually not much of a gamer. You know, I'm very casual. It takes something like, don't give me that look. It takes something like an Arkham to come out to really make me play it or go and buy something. And that's actually, you know, I'm excited for the new Arkham. But lately, I've actually been playing games on my tablet, my Nexus 7. And the one that I'm particularly fond of is Marvel Pinball.
Oh, yeah.
It's been out for a while. But,
Yeah, I hear good stuff about it.
and I have the port that's on my Game Boy 3DS, but you only have 4 tables. But on the one on the tablet, or on the Android market, you can download more tables. So on the Game Boy one, you only get like the Blade, the Captain America, Fantastic Four, and Iron Man. And like Iron Man sucks. The other tables are okay. I like Blade, but then on the tablet, you have like Infinite Crisis. You have Civil War, House of M, X-Men, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Fear itself. All these different tables, and it's great. Granted, they're $2 a piece, so you have to buy them. But I mean, it's just great to be able to play all these different comic book events as pinball, and it's hard as shit. I suck at pinball, but it's fun. It's fun to see Marvel characters, in some other way. I don't know. Everybody's looking at me like, what the fuck are you playing pinball on your...
Yeah.
Pinball! All
Also
pinball! Last pinball game I played was Galactic Pinball for the Virtual Boy. Fantastic.
Yeah, you do have a
Fantastic game.
Virtual Boy, don't
Yeah.
you? So, did you get cancer immediately as soon as you started playing that thing, or did it come later on?
It's a small cancer that has been growing.
His name's Rob Uring.
His
It's
name is
right
Rob
next to you.
Urey.
I played a game a few weeks ago. I don't play games that often.
He doesn't fucking play games.
When I do,
He was just on the internet researching the concept of video games so that he could have something to contribute.
when I do play games, I
Okay.
play The Room.
The Room tribute on Newgrounds.
Yes.
Oh, is that a real thing?
Oh, I guess I thought we were going to show it.
Oh, well, show it. Draw it. Drawer. Drawer.
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau is actually one of Drew's
Is
heroes.
that public domain to play that?
Well, it sounded like an 8-bit version of it, so...
Yes.
What's the woman's name? Linda?
Lisa.
Lisa.
You're killing me, Lisa.
No, you're tearing.
Yeah.
Lisa, you're tearing me apart.
I've actually never seen it all the way through. I've seen half of
You're insane, Cody.
it. Yeah, well, I've also seen both grown-up movies.
That's why you're insane. For the SSEAU. Little doggy.
But is that an actual
collect spoons and buy flowers and dresses, take showers and have sex,
Sounds like a
make sandwiches and leave
very
them out.
fulfilling game. I'm sure nobody can hear you talking about it.
There's Mark.
You guys still have stuff on Newgrounds?
Yep.
What do you have on there?
My
Mostly the
latest
old-
Valbrook. But
The new trailer?
not the new trailer. We're going to be probably keeping everything on YouTube for right now. But
So you're saying the brand new trailer, the teaser trailer to show your upcoming Valbrook series is only on YouTube.
YouTube exclusive.
YouTube.com.
The thing you are watching right now.
Click that link. Click that link right there.
This one.
You're saying that teaser trailer right there that people can click on at any point, that is exclusively on YouTube, not Newgrounds.
Yeah, sure.
Me tube?
But you do have some things on Newgrounds.
That's
that-
where we first started making things.
Is there anything exclusive on Newgrounds that's not on YouTube?
Actually, if you want to see like the very first Valbrook, the really rough.
Yeah, the
really-
old, it's the coffin ride one, right?
Yeah, the really rough stuff.
Oh yeah,
haven't seen that
I
one in
think
a
I
couple
watched that
years.
the other day.
You find that on there.
All right,
I'm not gonna put a link to that.
we don't want you to watch that.
That's one of those treasures.
That hopefully stays buried. All right. Well,
Do I have to
there you go. Hey, how about we take a break and you draw this for me, okay?
Okay.
Chamber525.com. I want to remind everybody out there about chamber525.com as well as youtube.com/chamber525 because what you can find at those two places are some funny videos, at least to me, and my mom thinks so as well. You can find things such as Harassment Park, this shitty animated Mortal Kombat video I did called Motaro's a Dick, Death Doc, a short that we made, a skit, and also I'm a huge wrestling nerd, and you can find something called Memoirs of a Wrestling Nerd, where I review some of my favorite pro wrestling matches in history.
You know, I always wondered, where did the name Chamber 525 come from?
I'm not walking into that one again, but let's just say it's a really epic story. And I'm going to tell it right now. Okay, so back in the day when we were in college, and...
Oh, no, I'm interested.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so...
Oh, you don't have a story?
I do... Okay.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
God gave us the name. Anyway, check us out online. I would appreciate it. That's the only reason I'm here right now, is so I can plug my own stuff. I'm just kidding.
No. That's why I'm here.
What is that above our name?
It's,
Billy.
it looks like an observatory.
We're a city.
There should be some
We're a
stars
college.
up
That's
there.
our college logo.
Yeah. It was
The
actually,
Chamber 525 campus.
College that you started out at.
I do like that text the way you drew it out. Maybe I will. I'll take that for the logo. A new logo. We're trying to rebrand. Also, Chamber 525 we just redesigned. We took all of our old shit from college off, and just did a new little like WordPressy kind of design. So you can find all of our new stuff on there, featuring videos. Actually, I'm not in any of the videos now that I think about it. I'm all behind the scenes.
Except for the one with the eyes, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so you called me a liar.
I just know your stuff, I guess.
Thanks for stalking there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I was in one where I was a photographer, and then I'm also the wrestling nerd. So I guess those are a couple that I'm in. What is that? It looks like you're drawing a tree for us to hang ourselves from. What is that?
Mm-hmm. I
Those
want the
are,
audience to tell me.
Are those fallopian tubes?
I don't know. You tell me, Internet.
What
What is this?
Are you about to have a Valbrook
What
baby?
is this?
Sounds like an idea. What you got?
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
it's
what
gonna
is
pay
that?
The big
Is that
bucks.
a turd?
No, I'm not asking.
Who's
you.
that
I'm
Pokemon?
not asking you, Rob. Okay.
Who's that Pokemon?
I'm asking the audience. Comments below. Speaking of comments,
Yeah, speaking of comments, let's get to our favorite section of the show. Do you happen to have your miniature computer over there, Michael?
Why, indeedly do I do.
Then I believe it's time for Mailbag!
Mailbag!
the part of the show where we actually go over some of the comments that you lovely viewers out there in YouTube land have left on some of our videos, and we respond to them. We read them and we respond because that's the way we work. We want to hear from you, and I know you want to hear right back from us. So, Michael, what's on tap for today?
Well, I went to the Death of Spider-Man video that we did with Rival Point Productions, which is an adaptation of the comic book, Death of Ultimate Spider-Man. And typically, the comments on this are pretty positive. We get a lot of people that really appreciate it and say really nice stuff about it. But in this case, I found a little thread of comments where people were just kind of having a fight. I was thinking about recounting some of this.
Let's reenact these comments.
So it starts with Jay Butler 779.
Jay Butler 779. This one's for you.
This comment has received too many negative votes. Woo! He's dead. That glue shooting little punk is dead. Party at my place. And this was replied to by TV Tube Films.
TV Tube Films.
Tube Films.
Tube.
Tube Films with a Z at the end.
Oh, serious.
You're an asshole. You know that. Jay Butler 779 replied with a comment that has received too many negative votes. Hey, I'm just not a fan of a snot-nosed little wimp who can't get back up after a bullet wound, yet he is somehow this awesome hero when his biggest achievement is being a nightmare to window washers everywhere. Oh, snap.
Is that J. Jonah Jameson speaking on your YouTube channel?
Hey, I'm just not a fan of a snot-nosed little wimp who can't get back up after a bullet wound, yet he is somehow this awesome hero when his biggest achievement is being a nightmare to window washers everywhere.
Which, by the way, so he's not a fan of somebody that just can't get up from a bullet wound? So he's thinking that people should just be able to walk away from bullet wounds?
Well, Hugh Mad replied to him and said...
Hugh Mad.
A lot of superheroes get fucked up if they get hit with a bullet. Oh, and fuck you. And Jay Butler 779 replied, yeah, I get that, but of all the badass peak human heroes, his Spidey just seemed like a total bitch to me. And if you hate me for that, fine, it's my opinion.
Was that the end of the comments?
Oh, it goes on for quite a while. Would you like me to continue?
Wow. I was hoping this would have a fast resolution.
Actually, yeah, I mean, I was hoping to as well, but then it just kept going on.
I think I need to hear the next comment.
Man. Let's see here.
This is taking too long.
It gets rough. It gets rough.
Hugh Mad says, so why are you on this video, and did you like your comment last time I checked? People hit the shit out of that dislike button. And Jay Butler 779 replied, I wanted to confirm his demise, and no, I did not like my own comment. I will give him this, though. He may have been a whiny crybaby, but he didn't go out like a bitch. So, he kind of goes back on his whole bitch statement about Ultimate Spider-Man. There's a lot of back and forth on this thing for a while here.
It's almost like these YouTube commenters just haven't thought out their comments.
Yeah.
It's like they don't think before they write.
Basically, they haven't thought out the entire afternoon, or weekend, or...
Well, I'll finish with the last two comments after a whole bunch of bullet point comments and, replies. Hugh Mad says, oh, and who the fuck are you? Let the men talk. And then Reason F50 replies, says the pubescent boy that's arguing over a fictional comic book character. And that's true, y'all. They're just drawings.
And that's what we call a pwn.
Pone.
Well, I guess my response to that, even though I had no stake in this whatsoever, it's not my video.
You got no dog in this
fight. But my response to that is, don't have a fucking Twitter war in my comment section of my video. My being the royal my.
Spider-Man is kind of a crybaby.
Shut up, Rob. Yeah.
I just wanted to see Drew look at me.
It's just like when Batman cried when his parents died.
Shut up! Fuck you, man!
I like that Rob just
I
admitted
see your
that he
point.
does things just so Drew would look at him. He cuts himself just so Drew will look at him. All right, well, that's a pretty good one. I mean, that's a fairly long comment thread. Do you guys have any response to this? I mean, it is your video.
If I had a response, I'd put it in the comments section.
And that's why you're an American. God bless you.
I don't know, actually.
All I say is go on.
Go on.
Hate is gonna hate.
Hate.
You know what? Hate money spends just as well as love money.
Yeah, you keep me warm. You keep me warm, YouTube.
It's funny how no matter what you do, you're gonna get hate. You know, it's like I hate whenever I hate whenever I see people.
I feel like this is Cody's point at the end of the show. Cody's point.
Cody's corner.
This is my soapbox, if you will.
Cody's corner.
I hate like whenever people on like Instagram post like inspirational photos and stuff, or inspirational text. It's like haters. Fuck the haters because you're as strong, you're an independent, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut up. No one gives a hell. No one gives a damn. But, but then we're talking about this and people are hating on the videos and it's just funny because everybody hates on everything. Can't we all just fuck off? I mean, get along. Come on.
Fuck along. Just fuck along now.
You gotta put hate on a Spider-Man video? Really? I mean... I remember on my pro wrestling video, somebody was like, look at that trick-ass Mark. What a dumb Mark. They kept calling me Mark.
Well, you're a trick-ass Mark.
I am a trick-ass Mark.
Mark-ass Mark.
But, listen, they don't have to say it. Who are they? The
Probably
YouTube
Skip,
police?
Skanks, and Scalawags.
What the hell else you gotta do?
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, I'm okay with hate. I hate hate, but I'm okay with hate on YouTube because what did we just say? Hate money spends just as well
Syria.
as Syria money.
Oh, no.
Wait.
Haters.
It's like a hate magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A hate
it's
puppet.
like, keep all the haters there.
Rob, you are rib high
Away.
right now. You're a real rib high.
By the way, your other ribs, are they ready?
Keep the haters away from the places I want to be. Not.
Haters, I love you.
Except for the ones that like Sonic. Like, of
I don't
course.
want to be anywhere
They're
near
dumb.
Death of Spider-Man or Valberg video.
All right.
What?
I think we got
Exactly. Yeah, it was. I got you guys.
All right.
Bam.
Well, I liked at the end of your interview that I did with you that a little shout out to the haters. It almost seemed like where you pointed out your nuts. And that's what I like to do on a daily basis. I like to drop trowel, walk out in the middle of the street and say, haters, these are my nuts.
You don't actually do that.
Alex is actually pointing to the subscribe button, which is,
Yeah, Cody
He
just
can
tricked
draw
you
it.
into pointing it to your nuts.
He did
Yeah.
take
That's what he does.
Is this a subscribe to me or to you?
to me.
Oh.
Here's a button for you.
These nuts.
I think
Where's my
that
button?
works.
Don't I get a button? Thank you.
Do you have anything?
I don't want
No.
a button.
So
No
it's
button
just-
for Rob.
Oh.
No button for you.
Oh.
See, here at a podcast for 0 Point, we like for you to press all the right buttons. And those subscribe buttons are the right buttons.
I will not press it.
All
It'll-
right.
Press your prostate, though. Don't worry.
Well, needless to say, this all came from the mailbag!
Mailbag! Ding!
Do you have anything else for the mailbag?
No. Just
No.
just hate on Sonic people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. I think it's about time we call it a wrap. Guys, last words. Anybody? Rib man? Rib Rob?
He is so content right now.
Huh?
He's got some ribs in him. Just drinking beer.
I got nothing.
All right. Michael?
Um,
McMike?
I don't know. This isn't a comment really, but Rob, did you fart some rib halfway through that podcast?
That was my breath. I'm sorry. No, I did not fart.
So you mouth farted.
That's just my breath.
Drew?
Drew, any last words?
You're sitting right next to me.
It's a butthole.
Just kidding. It's another mustache.
Is it a beaver anus?
No, it's a butt mustache.
Nah, I think it's just a butthole.
No, it's a
Mustache.
butthole. Well, out of that
Why is it
butthole, can you do me a
protracted
favor
like
and
that?
draw a link
Ugh.
to insert name here 85, your awesome YouTube channel. as well as my channel, Chamber 525. And, yeah, that's all, folks.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Links below.
Click these links. And ignore the butthole. Spewing hate.
Click the butthole.
Why is
That's
my
how you
link-
get to Chamber 525.
Why is my link in the butthole?
It's over. It's over. Podcast is over.
Thanks. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Good night.
Woo.
Put into our press.